Do you stretch before you work out?
And I started doing like some yoga poses and stuff like that in the mornings. Yoga poses, yoga stretches, and it actually started helping. I didn't think.
He's posing.
I know.
I'm like just.
I had to laugh.
I just it's there. No, but it actually helps. I didn't think it would actually. I'm actually looking to a class and looking for some yoga.
Me too.
Some yoga instruction people.
Especially after my knees. I was like, damn.
You were saying earlier how you said that you were talking to a friend and actually found it funny, but how you said that it's how totally it's a different subject, but how you don't give head as much when you get married, right? Do you really think that the sex thing goes down? Like the once you get married, there was a stigma like, oh, you're married, you're not gonna get laid anymore. Like,
I mean, I think it depends because
I think eventually it gets to that. I think you get bored on like
eventually, because if you think about it, like both of them are working. Then if you have kids,
I think the kids fuck it up.
Right,
fucking
and
kids.
then it's and then
this is wrong with this world.
Yeah, and I think depending what you work, where you work, also.
Yeah.
And it's like, because sex is active. Like, you fucking sweat, work out, get sore.
You think, yeah, that's true. My knees hurt.
It's a workout.
No, but it's true though.
Yeah.
No, that's true too though. Well, because I just found it, because that's not the only person. I've heard it a couple of times from couples. It would be like, once they get married, I just found it funny. I'm like, well, that's like, why the fuck would you want to get married then? Mm-hmm. If that's like automatically goes to. But I think it has to do more with the kids though.
You think so?
Yeah, just because.
I don't know, because I was in a semi-relationship and then I got kind of bored.
That could happen too though.
And I was like, no, like I don't want to anymore.
Yeah, see, but wouldn't you? Well, yeah, sure. Then it's kind of hard to call it quits if you're married, right? I'm bored. I'm out.
Right, exactly. So make sure he's the one, guys, or she,
or she, whatever floats your boat.
Yeah,
that's funny. No, and then another thing I actually wanted to say was, you actually tripped me out. We were talking when we went hiking. You're talking about how there's actually signals for rape.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I want to talk about rape and is it funny?
Oh, sorry.
No, but you were saying there's actual fucking like red flags or I didn't know that. That's what I've been trying to tell this guy.
Preventatives.
Yeah, the preventatives. But I told this guy that it is like when people try to compare like say a guy's situation to a girl's, and like you try to say, oh, like how come a girl could do that or like I was watching a movie with a friend the other day.
It's like if a girl walks down the street with a skirt, her potential is up, right? Of potentially getting raped. Like
yeah. Like if you show more skin. Yeah. Okay. So what are the flags? What are your preventatives?
So okay, the ones that I read, and I don't know where I read them because it's been a while. But
you want to disclose it?
This is women's code. It's women's code, gentlemen. You fucking rapist.
No, exactly. You can't tell you guys what the. No, but apparently it's like if you wear a ponytail, you're more likely to get snatched, I guess.
So is this the one that tripped me out. So is that like everywhere or like you're like in the wilderness?
USA.
Because we said because we talked about it when we were hiking, right? So is that when like if you're on the street and you have a ponytail in general, like walking down the street kind of thing?
Yeah, because if you think about it, like you can get pulled into an alley. Like if you're walking at night, going through like parking lots. I hate going through parking lots at night.
I hate going through parking lots at night.
Several floors, and then I can't find my car. That's just. You never know. Yeah, it's so weird how, I mean, when I was younger, my mom was always like, oh, be careful with this and that. And I thought she was just exaggerating.
Just being a mom? Yeah.
Right. But then, once if you grow up and you actually are out in the world or exposed to the world, then you kind of go through things or you see things and you're like, damn, my mom was right. And then based on your experiences, then
you start to connect everything.
Right. And then also like think about certain things that probably the lady that, never stepped a foot out the door. So, yeah, it's crazy. Yeah,
no, because I've seen, I'm telling you, because even it just trips me out because how you could even have that. I mean, I find it's funny. I laugh at it. I'm not gonna lie, I laugh at it because when you first tell me like, what is it? Don't show skin, don't do that. But it kind of sucks because even as a guy, like you're not gonna be like, oh, fucking,
And
yeah,
it's
bro,
not like,
don't wear those shorts, dog.
right.
You're gonna-
And it's not
Right,
necessarily
bro.
like not showing skin. It's like if it's something that they can easily like take off or something, then you're kind of more prone to being the victim.
I think you have like, well, they can't grab anything now because you don't got nothing, right? So you're just ready to duke them. That's what I think.
So you're gonna just chunk them with your rapist? See,
Yeah.
okay, see, and that right there is perfect mentality from where the guy comes from, right? Because a guy, because a guy.
The difference between a guy being raped is drug, pretty much.
Oh yeah, I mean the only time a guy's gonna get raped by it's by another guy,
Yes.
or when he's getting drugged.
Or in prison.
Other guy.
It
That's
was
both.
never
He's getting
that way.
drugged and getting raped by a guy.
Yeah, exactly.
Or if you go down splash in the corner, right? But I know.
Yeah.
No, so then
The whole mentality of like being over.
yeah, the overpowered. So like his situation would be, that's just like I'm not wearing anything, so I'm gonna fight, right? Like that was his honest answer to it. But that just tells you the difference of a mentality of a guy, because you're in that situation. If I'm gonna go after you, chances are you're not gonna get away, right? Like just for being the man aspect to a girl, like just overpowering.
Right.
But if I was going after him, he has a more of a fighting chance to be like, oh, fuck, I'm just gonna swing.
I'm about
Yeah.
right him.
Yeah.
Someone else would give us some dick.
Oh, we play that game?
Right? So that's what I tell people, because I was watching a movie. I don't know where it was, but where the guy and a girl were talking, and the girl's pretending to be a guy, right? They're talking about like relationships or something, and the girl kind of acts like the guy and grabs the dude's ass and goes, "Oh, well, this is what you like, right?" And the person I was watching the movie with goes like, "Oh, imagine it was the other way, like if the guy would have grabbed the girl's ass and said that, like, oh, this is what you like, right? Like the uproar, kind of what would be the uproar, right?" And I tell you, yeah, I agree with you, but the difference is that the guy was never in danger. Like, even though you're getting molested or whatever
That's
the fuck, the
true.
guy's never in danger. It's
Unless they're drugged.
if he wants to get away at that moment, he could easily get away. But if it was switched around and the guy grabs her, the girls can't just easily get away. Like that's the difference of
Yeah,
the situation.
because like no matter what, guys are always going to be stronger than us. So I think people, you know, when they say like, "Oh, equality," I'm like, sometimes it's a sensitive topic for me, because I'm like,
Let's get into
yes,
it. I like it.
equal, but we're not equal at the same. We're not.
To realize it,
We're
right?
not.
I think you guys are better. I mean, you guys create fucking humans.
Yes,
right?
we're
So,
awesome. We're the
I mean-
best
Although
race.
that's pretty possible nowadays, guys.
Honestly, the only thing you guys have is strength
With
and
Martin,
a penis.
well, but it's like the chicken and egg, right? Like what
girls
comes?
already have a penis. Right?
True.
What kind of girls you hanging out with, dog?
No, like no, vaginas
Are inverted dicks?
Okay, yeah.
Yes, or dicks are outward. What?
Don't
Whatever,
hide
bro.
You're a developed vagina. We're not. If you think about it.
Sure. You don't think that anymore. I gotta think about it.
Grow,
Shit.
I mean, not you.
I'm like,
but
wait a minute. I'm like, wait a minute, what's going on?
You're fucking buried vagina, dog.
You're a developed vagina, bro.
You're a developed.
I like that. I'm gonna use that one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use fucking developed. No, so how do you feel about the transgender community? You son of a bitch. No.
And I was like,
No.
oh, I forgot. We can't
About
talk
going
about this.
going
I'm just
into
kidding.
that's not politics.
I know, I'm just kidding.
No, but or how they get into I don't mind all that stuff. All bullshit aside, I don't mind that. But like when they get into sports is where I feel it gets
Yeah, I don't.
like, you know what I mean, that kind of like, I don't know. Like,
I don't think that's right, because even though you. Damn, I was about to say something so fucked up. Even though you Damn, cut.
and print. That's it.
No, I was gonna say. No, I can't say it. Can I?
You can say whatever you want.
Do you have like? I don't want to hurt
I don't have no
anybody's feelings, guys. I
sponsors.
swear, I love everyone.
I might have no sponsors. No, but this is what I'm trying to get to, where you're able to have a conversation, right? You're trying to be able to have. There's taboos in society where you can't say a lot of stuff, but.
And we're gonna have a trending on next week.
Oh, really?
No.
Gordon's coming on. But for the most part, a lot of people are scared to say something. I mean, I don't know what you're thinking of saying.
Well,
but
I was just gonna say transformed.
transform.
Yeah.
People, just fucking
I was like,
transformer
what the
shit.
fuck? Why did I? My bad. Sorry.
All these Decepticons out here.
I'm sorry.
See, I'll say it. It's okay.
Okay, yeah, thank you. No, but like even though they went through that change, I still feel like you can't change your genes. Like you still have certain
male
testosterone,
DNA,
right? So I don't think that's fair. I don't think transgenders should be
in the sport range.
In
I
the
think they should be like a
sport.
different category.
Yes, I think so too.
Yeah, because then especially like dudes just. I think there's hella dudes just breaking like girls' records and shit, like weightlifting and stuff like that. Come on, of course.
I don't think that's fair.
Of course you're gonna be fucking like fucking.
That's pretty confusing.
Yeah, right. Like, come on now. And then
No,
what do
like if you have a daughter and then you're like.
like, what do you tell your daughter there? Like,
Yeah, exactly.
you know,
Got beat by a man that used to be. I mean, yeah.
yeah, you better take some roids. Tell your daughter to take some fucking. You know what I'm saying? You're a man up.
For not using a natural substance, right?
Yeah, yeah. You know what I mean? Like, so it goes into so now girls have to do that natural substance.
Because my question is why, like, if they used to be a man and then, here I go again with that word.
Decepticons. Autobots.
Autobots, let's roll.
The reason I have that is because I was having a conversation about this, like, not too long ago,
Oh, okay.
and he kept saying that word, and I was like, oh my god, you asshole, now look, it's stuck.
So it's stuck in your head now.
Yeah,
Wherever you are.
right, I'm sorry. Apologize in advance. But I don't understand why they can't compete with, like, their...
I don't think there's enough
the
to maybe to
sex
be
that
able to
they-
do it.
But it's like, but why can't they? Just because they have a vagina and boobs now, or like, I don't understand. And sometimes they don't even like, cause
I think when they don't cut their dick off, that's where I'm like,
because
what's going on here?
I mean sometimes they do, but that's one
No,
of the
but
last
most of the time they
procedures
keep
because
it.
it's like,
I think Japan.
Doesn't Caitlyn Jenner still have a dick?
Japan's I think the only country that makes you do it.
Japan makes you cut the
go
dick?
that way, they make you go through the whole shit.
Japan's savages.
that's what's up.
Japaners are sad. They make you cut your dick off. That shit. See, that's the beauty of America. You can say you're a girl and have a
Yeah.
dick.
I'm both.
Or some balls.
You know what I'm saying? And tomorrow,
I'm a
was
girl.
it fluid? You could be trans fluid or some shit like that, where you're like every day you're different. You feel like,
Damn, that's crazy.
well, not every day, but you could just,
Transfluid and shit?
yeah, you could just change the gender, like
C-1000?
just fucking Transformers,
That's
bro.
crazy.
It's fucked up.
Fucking
Sorry, bro. Love all y'all.
Terminators, Transformers.
No, but it's crazy though. How, I mean, I don't know. It's just how you see that stuff going more in society and all that stuff. But but it is a trip. Oh no, go ahead. What?
But I think, like, okay, if they still have a penis, and the only difference is that they put makeup on, or they're more, like, feminine, like...
It's a drag queen, no? What was the difference?
I don't know. I'm not an expert in that area, but I can bring someone that is. If you guys want.
Bring them on. I like to ask some questions.
But I just feel like...
Important
Are,
facts.
I know, right? Are men gonna feel, like, less because they lose against a tranny?
Oh, of course. Men always have an ego.
So, do you think... Because then I kind of feel like that's the reason they...
Well,
make
was
them
it
not race against men.
No, well, there was Megan. Was it Megan Fox? Not Megan Fox. Fucking, she's a tranny, dog. She's just a tranny for the whole time. No, there was a fighter. She was a guy. I'll call her by whatever she wants to be called. So she was a guy, and then she had kids and everything. Look her up, bro. I think she something Fox. Her name is something Fox. Went into. Or she said she's transgender, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
She started taking estrogen, I believe, and whatever. She started fighting, but she wasn't telling the fighters that she used to be a dude, and she was just knocking bitches out.
Yeah, I think I heard
Fox?
about
Yeah,
that.
Felon Fox. So she was just knocking bitches out. But then eventually she ended up fighting a girl who was up to par and whooped that fool's ass, or whooped her ass, right? So I mean, I think you can't put him in the level because that takes a high athlete woman to be like an amateur male fighter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like who was it? Serena Williams faced which is one of the best athletes. Yeah, so that one right there.
That's her.
Just knocking bitches out.
Nice.
And that's the one who beat her?
I don't. Maybe I'm not too sure. I
It's a
forgot
her,
who beat her.
guys.
I forgot who beat her.
Her, him?
But or it's like okay, like I think Serena Williams. I think she's like the best tennis player in the world, right? It's one of the Serena Williams sisters played.
One of the Serena Williams sisters.
Yeah, one of the Serena
One
Williams
of the
sisters.
Williams sisters.
One of the Williams sisters. Who's most famous? Where's the famous one?
I don't know. I get them confused all the
Yeah,
time.
yeah. See, there we go. I thought they're both the same name. But one of them played against like an amateur male dude, and the male whooped him. Right, so that kind of already just because of
The male whoop.
the male whooped, yeah, just the dominance of men, just the sheer power, shit on women. No, but
She lost before
Wow.
he stepped on the court.
I should
No.
be insulted.
no, and then I believe too the women's USA team lost to like I think a college male team. Look that up. I'm almost positive. So that that kind of tells you the difference of what
Yeah.
the women
US
thing.
what?
The women's
I
USA
mean,
team.
even without the whole transgender thing, there's
Lost to who?
females that can
So, like, a
beat
college
men
boy
up,
team.
you know.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's hella girls who probably whoop my ass. You can probably whoop my ass. Well, you can probably whoop my ass
maybe,
and
I
shit.
think so.
Yeah, how do you think I got these knees? Busting niggas.
I got
Well,
this-
ask Aaron.
Huh?
Oh,
I knocked him down once.
Yeah.
you got all quiet over there.
He's like, what? A flashback down.
Yeah, well, y'all bring up old shit.
Yeah, I know, right? My
Traumatized
bad,
right now.
sorry.
Shit. I was having a good time.
At Aaron, what's your...
At Wayne Lee got whooped by Mary.
Shout out.
When did you knock this fool out?
It was at a Niner game.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
You were there, right?
Yeah, I was there. That's supposed to look drunk.
No, don't blame it on that.
Nobody, yeah.
Don't
no.
try to
I'm
discredit
trying to
me.
help
What
him.
the
I'm trying to help him. I'm trying to save his balls.
Oh,
No, because he
15?
was messing with me, and I was like, dude, stop. He didn't listen, so then...
I see. I remember that. It was like next to some water too. It was like next to like a puddle
I'm
of
sorry,
water.
Aaron.
How about we switch up the subject here? So that whole 15 boys. So it was FC Dallas under 15 boys squad beat the U.S. national team in the scrimmage.
See, so the U.S. national
Shit
team
dominance.
lost
That was all estrogen right there.
to nah. See, but that is man. But look, those 15-year-olds, they're savages, bro. That's why all those fucking
that
crazy.
puberty, that's like barely.
It's that young dick right there. It's that young. That's why those teachers are fucking all the youngins.
Oh, my God.
What do you think about that? What do you think about these teachers fucking them?
I don't understand.
Excuse me.
Because even when I look at, like, even an 18-year-old or 21-year-old, let's put 20, I'm like, oh, my God, no. Why? They're too
Well,
little. They're
yeah.
young. I don't know. They're just, I feel like a pedophile. Or is
When
that
you see the
female
action,
version?
but what if he's like hella tall? See, because I mean, I never
because
seen
you
the
gotta,
pictures
like-
of these men.
I mean,
Children.
there are
Children, they're fucking children. and shit.
these man boys.
These man boys.
Fuck boys, huh?
No, but
I think
feel
something's
like,
wrong with these women, though, right?
What do you mean?
I mean, you have to be wrong to be like 30-something years
Oh,
old.
okay, okay.
So what the fuck you mean?
What the fuck you talking
What do you
about?
mean these women? What the fuck you mean
Don't
these
start
women?
shit. I'm just kidding.
Oh hell no!
Cut the camera.
Fucking choking you with the mic right now.
But I think something has to be wrong, like
Oh,
mentally,
yeah.
right? Like
I think
that
something
can't.
happened to them.
Yeah, like
But-
them at a younger age.
Check out the difference. It was like a teacher, a guy teacher doing that to a girl. That's wrong. But if it was reversed, right?
Well, it's wrong.
No, I mean, still wrong.
yeah. But I mean, but it's
I
Yes.
think we'd be giving more high fives to the guys and shit.
yeah. No, well, a guy would
Because
give the guy.
it's seen as like, high five, like, hey, you scored with the teacher, but
She's
it's still.
hot, and she's hot.
Okay, well, the
Right.
difference is so a 15-year-old
That
girl.
was everybody's fucking a 15-year-old boy's dream to do
It
that.
just
Right.
a 15-year-old boy is like
think there was a
fucking his
case like
pillow,
that.
fucking his floor, fucking fucking
Everything.
Whatever.
fucking anything. He's fucking like literally fucking beating off the swimsuit issues. He's fucking like that's all the a
Nobody's
teenage
safe.
boy is thinking about the whole
Yeah.
time. I'm not too sure if a girl necessarily is thinking just fucking you know what I
I'm
mean?
a
Like,
late bloomer, so.
I
I
was
don't
a
know.
late bloomer, so I'm like to like 29. How am I? Like last year.
So
I'm
30
innocent.
now,
But I mean, for the most part, I mean that's what the teenagers. That's all they care about. Like, that's all they're. Well, since the time they're like 13 and shit, they're just
Yeah.
trying to bust nuts.
That's
And
Is
true.
that
though.
natural, or was that like the way that Disney raised us? You know,
Oh,
Or is that Disney's happening?
that's Disney's plan the whole time.
well, maybe. I mean, everyone had like all the princesses had to be saved. So
Right,
So,
there's
so
always-
what? Guys got to be captains.
And those that priest
what I'm
with the
saying.
boner. Remember that?
The priest one was that? What was it?
Disney.
No,
It was
little,
all over fucking Disney.
was
Little
that
Merm-
Shrek?
Little Mermaid.
That
little-
doesn't count.
It was,
That's an adult movie.
It's just funny.
I know.
It's a Little Mermaid.
yeah.
Yeah. It was on Little Mermaid.
What?
Little Mermaid. They have the priest when they think he's marrying them, has a boner.
What?
Yeah, look that shit up.
Yeah,
See,
pull that
fucking
shit up.
Sick my mind is.
I know.
Thank
What
you,
the
Disney.
hell?
Thank you, Disney.
Thank you,
But see,
Disney.
then that shows you like what you guys see and what we see.
I didn't see that until like 2008.
Oh, okay.
But I seen that movie when I was like 6.
Sickos. I'm just kidding.
Sick motherfuckers. I was like 6. Oh, look at that. The fucking priest has a boner.
You know, remember the one that said sex in the
Oh yeah, Lion King has sex in the sky.
What?
Yeah, that's all. That's like the oldest. That's like that's the introduction to conspiracy theories.
Oh my goodness.
That's the you watch this and that's what gets people. Oh my god,
Yeah.
like oh that shit that is the devil. Yeah, so if you could look here, we'll probably get fucking demonetized, and then you watch
See
his
it right
penis
there.
grow.
Oh my god.
But then you watch his
Are you
penis
sure it's
grow.
not his knee?
That fool's hung, man. Oh my god.
The fool's hung. Yeah, there's a bunch of little things like that, and then there's one on there
Yes, please.
slowly.
Hold on, let's give me the top 5, I think. Oh no, it's not.
No, so yeah, so this is just the replay of the same one.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh,
see right there.
that's crazy. I had never seen that shit in my life.
That fool's hung.
Yeah, so that's what you're watching at a young age, right? So you get sexualized. So you get sexualized really young.
Seriously.
So you think
Are you
that's the
showing me?
problem of all these kids like having all that?
No, I
Or
think it
do you
just.
think it's natural?
I think it's natural for I think for a male, it's natural to be fucking. I mean, because you just wind up, you're not thinking about.
Or
That's why I think it's.
shit
That's
like
why I
that.
think it's fucked up to be
I don't
the
know
school
if it's
system.
natural.
I think it's natural. That's why I think it's fucked up to have them in a
I
school
don't know if it's
system.
natural because I think it depends on your upbringing.
Yeah.
What? Oh, what do you mean? What do you mean?
Cause I mean, what are you saying is natural, like to be
Sexual
for
urges.
Oh,
It's puberty.
I mean,
wet dreams. Fucking. I mean, you go
in
through.
that sense, yes.
I mean,
because
that's what you
can't
just think.
help it,
Yeah, that's what I'm
but,
saying. That stuff is natural to be.
Like if they're trying to like
on the
hop
hunt.
on anything, I think that's.
But to be
based on your
extreme-
upbringing a little bit.
No, but that's what I mean. Well, I mean that may be the issue where it gets to an extreme, maybe,
Mm-hmm.
to where it gets because you are getting sexualized at a young age, to where you do see
So sad.
tits and ass or whatever it is, a girl. That, oh my god, like already because you do see at a young age,
Mm-hmm.
maybe. But as far as just pure testosterone or whatever, I mean whatever it is, I mean puberty is like real. So
Is that chemical,
science,
I wonder when it all started.
science. It's
I
all
mean, it
science.
happens to girls too. Like I forget what the age is, but there's a time frame where we get horny too.
From the
was like-
from the teenagers. See, I wouldn't even know any of this. Wait,
Yeah,
but
so imagine two horny teenagers not knowing about sexual education. That's why there were so many like teen pregnancies.
yeah, and it still is. Well, even now, even worse. And then now it's even worse because you got the social media fucking blowing it up. Sexual,
Oh.
like just sex, anything. Because now you see kids are having kids. Like
Yeah.
there's, you know,
Well, I
know-
don't see that often anymore
I
because
see
I
that
don't
a
have
lot.
little kids around me anymore. Like younger kids around me.
Yeah, but you live on the boondocks and shit.
Oh, shut the hell up.
No, but speaking of boondocks, you did live in the boondocks at one point.
Oh yeah.
That's another reason why I wanted to bring you on here because
Okay.
it's kind of rare that you find, especially a girl, I think, someone who would want to. Hey, Wango, can you tell me off since you're going over there real quick?
Me too.
We're going to make bartender Wayne. You come on the picture, show everybody your lovely face. Look at
Good mood.
this, look at this fucking pudding. But I think it's kind of rare to have to find a girl. Well, actually, okay, I'll get back into that. But to get a girl to actually want to explore more even of rural area life, like to, for the people to know you lived in Alaska, which is fucking dope.
Amazing. Yeah.
Yes. So how was that? How is that?
It's probably one of the best experiences I've had in my life because, like our previous conversation, I was telling you that we basically have our necessities and that's it. Like food, roof over your head. I didn't even have a car, but that's pretty much it. Water. And then, of course, your booze.
Always have booze.
Always have
More booze than food.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, what else are you going to do out there?
Yeah, and it really made me see how we live in this fantasy world where flashy stuff is like taking our lives kind of because we didn't have a TV. I mean, we did have a TV, but no cable. It was like damn near a color black and white TV. You know what
Pretty
I mean?
as close as it could get. Yeah,
and even then we didn't stay inside.
That's like background. It's just have it in the background scene and shit.
Like when we were like really bored, they were like, all right, whatever.
That's pretty cool because when you're really bored, you're watching TV. When here, that's like your go-to.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, oh, Netflix and chill.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's all. Yeah, pretty much. That's all I did today.
Yeah,
that's all I did today.
I'm guilty too. But yeah. So and people are nicer. And
why do you think people are nicer? I think I have a little.
I think because they don't have television.
maybe because they don't see everything.
Yeah, and it's
them.
mostly survival out there. It's like
I think that's
you have
the key.
to hunt.
Yes.
You have to if you do buy food. Like for us, we didn't hunt, but like they have the package. They have the packaged meals and stuff, or the packaged meat. I'm sorry, and then you buy that, you know. But it's like someone went out there and hunted
and
the
you
duck,
know, and you know they went out there. Yeah.
And the meat quality, like the food quality, was so different
Delicious,
too. Which
right?
I thought it was. Yeah, and I'm like, I thought this is America. Like we're all supposed to be the same, but we're not.
No, I think Alaska and Hawaii are probably two different. They're not America. I think there's a whole different way of life.
And Puerto Rico.
And Puerto Rico. Well, Puerto Rico's technically not. Well, technically, yeah, they vote.
not.
They are America. They vote.
They can vote now?
They vote. They vote in the elections.
Oh.
I noticed that this is the first time I noticed that in this when Trump came in,
Because I know before they couldn't.
Puerto Rico votes, Guam votes.
Oh yeah, Guam.
One more. I'm not too sure where, but yeah, they vote, right? But with the Alaska thing, I find it like, I think people are nicer because they struggle, right? Like there's elements out there. Like here we're safe, right? Like there's no like imminent danger. There's no
like animals and stuff.
Yeah, there's no animals. There's no get trapped in snow, fucking or freezing cold. Because I mean, Alaska's cold, right? I'm assuming you're right.
Yeah, it's freezing.
Yeah, right. So
May, it's probably like almost 0.
yeah, and that's their summer, right? That's
I
their
wanted
fucking.
to cry.
That sucks. I can't do that. That's why I can't go over there.
I thought I was prepared because I had lived in.
I had
Washington.
jackets.
Yeah, I had hella jackets. No, but I thought I was prepared because I'm like, okay, you know, Washington is pretty cold, like in comparison to California, but. I remember when we first got there, oh my god, like 10 of us were huddled, and I guess that's kind of where whatever you're saying plays
because it goes into it because
now
you need
like
one
survival.
Because you need one here. I don't need like you know what I mean. I go to my car, turn on the heater, go home, turn on the air conditioner.
That's true.
You know what I mean? And it's
Heat
just
blanket.
Yeah, I get the blanket, turn on the Netflix, and now I'm just by myself. I'm solitary. But you go there and it turns to, well, shit, the power doesn't work today, so now I got to go over to the neighbor's house. Or I don't know. I'm assuming that's the way kind of the life.
No, that's true.
Goes.
Because also, well, since we didn't have cars, so we had like this little mart. Like the gas station / mart. And that's where we would have to go, like if we would run out of food. If we would run out of food, we were pretty much like screwed. Yeah. Because the nearest city was like 2 hours away on a bus. And this is, I think I was telling you last time, we had to put our name on a list.
In order to.
And then hoping that we make the list. And then it was a whole day trip. And
Fuck.
I remember like 3 of us would try to get in there because we would have like huge backpacks and try to bring like, because there were certain things we didn't have. You know.
Thank you, good sir.
Thank you. And
it's
you know,
too strong knowing your ass.
I know, right? And we're all city folks, right? Because I had my friend, she was from SoCal, and then my other friend from New York. So
Fuck, straight city folks.
So we're accustomed to like certain things, and and then also being a female. That sucks.
Yeah, and even yeah. So how is that?
Sucked.
Also, what I was saying there, I was gonna say being rare that you coming from a female, but I heard the ratio, the girl to guy ratio in Alaska is more girls,
Yeah.
right? So which is
No.
kind of. I heard it's more girls.
less.
Look that
It's-
shit up, Wayne.
I think it's the opposite because I think it's like
fucking eating over there.
10 dudes to 1 girl.
I think it's the opposite. I just
Really?
heard it. Yeah, I could have sworn it. I
No,
think
because I think, well, at least when I was there, we had more options.
we mean you have more options, more dudes out there.
Thanks
Yeah.
Instagram.
What happened? You want another shout out? I'm just kidding. No,
Well,
yeah.
that's why. Well, maybe you would know more though. But maybe that might be
Well,
the little city
unless,
you're at.
Yeah, right.
Right, because I think
exactly.
like if you look in like the more major populated, like
Yeah.
what's the biggest city? Anchorage.
Anchorage.
Is Anchorage the biggest one there?
Yeah.
Right. So I'm assuming maybe there, but from what if it's correct, which is kind of crazy that you get more girls. But I think the dudes. You ever hear when like those alpha males when they have kids, they usually have a daughter.
No.
That's what I've heard that a lot of the alpha males, when they have kids, they'll have daughters. So it makes sense if all these savage males and shit are living in Alaska out there in the fucking wilderness, that they're gonna have daughters. So then it makes more girls in Alaska.
I didn't know that.
And this is total bro science, but I'm just
Yeah.
told I'm gonna
I know.
do not fucking take me for. But I'm assuming
Look it
look that shit up. But I'm assuming it kind of makes sense to me because you figure these fools are some straight savages, so we let them have fucking dudes. Those dudes are gonna go take over worlds and shit, right? Because they're more savage and shit. Not saying that girls can't do it.
I know, right? Hey. I'm just kidding.
I got.
So total
So where is this?
population.
Oh, Alaska?
Oh, okay, so yeah. There are more men than women in Alaska. The total population of Alaska is estimated as 736,000 people. So yeah, so there's more men than women. I was
Wait,
wrong.
look up Healy.
Healy?
What's the population there?
What's the population of Healy? That's where she lived.
And it's been a while since it's like, what, 5 years?
Did you encounter any like animals and shit? That's why I think I'm more interested in that.
Okay, so that's what I was gonna tell you about the flashy things because you know when you're out there, doesn't matter if you're a gangster, doesn't matter if you're super rich, super poor, etc. Right?
Nature don't give a fuck.
Nature does not give a fuck. Like a bear's gonna eat you if he's hungry.
He eats
A
you
wolf
by the
will
ass.
attack you. I didn't encounter bears, thank goodness, because I think they had black bear at the time, or I forget what kind of bear, but
That'd be so
they would
badass
eat you.
to see a bear. Yeah,
I
fuck
don't want to
that.
be eaten. But they
So
say
fuck
that
bears.
the caribou are more dangerous than the bear because if you run, like if you're in shape and you run away from the bear, like he'll eventually get tired and
Oh
like
fuck
they're
no, you're
like,
not
whatever.
gonna run. You are not gonna run away from a bear.
Well, certain people, right? Probably
So,
me, no.
Healy?
Probably
Oh,
die. Yeah,
Healy only has
HEA.
fucking 1,000 to
See?
21.
1,000.
1,000 people? Fuck.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll show you.
And that was like 2
We
years
literally
ago.
had
Little place, little dot right there. Yeah.
1,000 people.
population of
Jesus.
1,000. Because when I was there, it was 1,000 people.
So they gained 20
21.
people
So,
in like 2
21.
years.
There's nothing to do but work, go to the bars, have sex.
Sounds like a good life for me. What else you want? That's what I do fucking here. What the fuck?
But it's funner out there.
That's what I'm saying. So what's the difference of being like for me? I like the kind of for me that I'm fascinated in that kind of aspect of life, right? Like that, trying to be on your own. I think people are fascinated with that.
Yeah.
That kind of aspect, even though they don't. A lot of people want to do it because they are used to the amenities of being in the city, of being able to grab whatever you want, whenever you want, not worrying about I can't eat the last beef jerky because we're not gonna go to the store for the next 3
Yeah.
fucking weeks, right?
And I also think people that live in Alaska want to live in Alaska.
Yeah, you have to. Well,
And
yeah,
You can tell because I never saw trash. I didn't see, like, the streets were clean. I mean, I lived, obviously,
trash,
not
you
in a
mean-
city.
Well, there's only
No,
1,000
but
people.
like when we would go to Fairbanks, their streets were hella clean.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Like I didn't see any trash. Like, you know, I hate going or like furniture when they try to dump out the stuff. Right, you're moving
Here, San Francisco.
Yeah, Oakland,
One
like
big
everywhere
trash dump.
now. San Jose last time I was like, goddamn, shoes. Like I could have had a whole wardrobe.
But I think it's because it's more. I think that's more because of the amount of people though. Because San Jose alone has more. I'm assuming it would have more people than
Yeah, I think San
Fucking
Jose is one of
Anchorage
the top
and shit.
10 largest cities in the U.S.
like what I think LA has more people than Australia.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Fucking
But you do know that San Jose is one of the largest, top 10
populated
in the
yeah.
U.S.
Yeah, well, it's surprised, and it's gonna and fucking. Well, you can tell, dude. Traffic's fucking crazy here.
Yeah.
It's starting to get even
But
crazier.
this was like 5 years ago.
Yeah, so imagine now.
Yeah.
It's gonna be. I mean, well, it'll probably reduce. It'll probably
58
reduce
million.
itself. I think with the way the economy is going, the price ranges. I think the prices are driving people out.
Well, yeah, gentrification.
So
Yeah.
as of July 2019, 1.58 million.
1.58
Jeez.
million.
San Jose.
San Jose.
Imagine, so going from San Jose and then I go to 1,000 people. It was
Which
amazing.
is that's fucking cool. So what made you? Oh, so you came back from Family Matters? That made
Yeah.
that brought you back. You ever think about going back?
I have, especially like recently, because like you said, the prices, and I just feel like my life is kind of, I'm starting to feel like I'm running out of time and I don't have enough time in the day, and I don't like that feeling because I've experienced where, like in Alaska, man, I thought like I would wake up and then it's like, oh shit, it's only 3 o'clock and I did so many things already. Like I'm off of work, we go to the bars, hang out, you
Have
know,
sex.
be with you. No. That wasn't me, guys. That was my friends.
Great, go back to work.
Yeah, no, I
Have sex
didn't.
at work.
Dude, oh my god, yeah, some people did, but it's just I felt like I was actually living life, and
Like
I
it's
had
a slower
time.
way of life of living,
Yeah,
but you do
yeah.
more stuff.
No cars, you know, like we had the occasional pickup, not the pickup truck, like those semi trucks. Occasional, man, I'm telling you, like you can walk without looking both ways, and yeah, we just had to be careful with bears, and then
Just be careful, you ain't eating my bear.
yeah, and
It's a fucking
moose.
wuss.
Yeah,
See, but that's
or-
fucking dope though. Like
Yeah.
to be able to be out there and like, I mean, of course you're gonna protect yourself, right? You're gonna have the guns and you're gonna have all that stuff.
You never walked alone, whether you were a dude or a girl out there. You had to be like
Yeah, because you get
someone.
jacked by
I mean,
something.
there's of course there's people that do walk alone, but it's
Yeah,
not recommended.
yeah, you get fucking attacked and shot by
yeah.
something.
And
Wolves and shit.
I think
yeah,
that's what people.
wolves, they're huge.
You seen one?
Yes, I
Oh,
did.
I envy you.
Yeah,
That's
they're
awesome.
freaking huge. I saw an eagle too for the first time.
Nice. The wuss though, the wuss is the shit.
They're huge. I mean, honestly, everything in Alaska is bigger.
That's
No
what she said.
pun intended.
That's what she said.
No,
literally, that's what
seriously,
she
like,
said.
like even the crow, like, you know, our crows are like, you know, probably the yay
I think
high.
because it's cold, right? Everything
I
bigger in
think
the
because
cold.
of the meat. Like over there, I mean, here they probably eat rats and stuff, and then over there they're eating like old moose, like you know.
I'm
No?
pretty sure it has to do with the weather.
Oh, well, that
With
too
the,
probably.
with cold weather, you become hardier. Like that's what.
Yeah, because the meat on the salmon, like, it was like this
It's
fat.
thick and thicker. See, but that's the good thing. Like, I actually want to start. On this, I want to start hunting. I'm gonna try to do the whole hunting this year.
Yeah, you told me.
To go in September and all that stuff for the meat, and get because I know we had back in the day. My dad had a connection to a farm where the dude, when they would kill the cows, they would give us like fresh meat, right? So then I remember that to this day. Like that was the best meat I've ever had.
Nice.
Right, like,
yeah.
to this day, because it was straight from the ranch to my grill. Right?
Yeah.
And then so that I remember doing all that. So I do want to continue that. Then I think it gives you like a certain connection to what you're, to the world, to
Yeah.
what, you know what I mean, to what I guess, I don't want to sound corny, but like what life is kind of thing. You're still part of it. Because I think we're getting, like even myself, I see myself being more, getting sucked into the technological world of being on your phone all the time, watching TV, I fucking spent like 3 hours watching fucking Messiah today and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Fucking like, Jesus, I was supposed to take a nap. Fucking while we're watching this shit, right? And then, so trying to kind of disconnect from that thing. I think that's why people love camping. People love,
I love camping.
you know, but to a certain point, because you'd be out there for, most people, they say, oh, I love camping, but you're still with the amenities of
Right.
a propane grill, this and that. You know what I mean? Like, so there's different ways of
Yeah.
camping also. But you, on the other hand, but you went straight fucking, you went at it. You went to fucking
Yeah, I
Alaska.
miss it. We should go one day.
That's
I mean,
fucking nuts.
it's pretty
Yeah,
expensive
yeah.
because like they have it's called Denali, the Princess Lodge, and so many people like all over the world go, but it's really beautiful during summer. And like some people would get bummed out when it starts raining because they're like, oh no, it's raining. But that's like the best time to go because that's where all the animals come down. Like they hunt, they go to the lakes and stuff.
Get all water.
Yeah, and that's where you can see.
You get to see for what it really is.
Exactly. That's like the best time. I mean, it's beautiful regardless, but.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think, yeah, I want to definitely check all that stuff out. I mean, I'm not too sure about Alaska and shit, but I don't do the cold. I don't do the cold.
Oh
cold sucks.
Well, if you go during summer, like
sucks.
July, August.
Were you there when it has the what? Did your part do the whole?
Yeah,
long...
I was there mostly during the sun time, the 24 hours sunlight.
The sun, that's fucking nuts. Just 24 hours. So how do you guys do that? How do you guys?
It took me like a month or two to adjust. And I was so tired. Oh my god, it was crazy because we went from Washington, my friend and I, because you know she's a girl and she couldn't drive by herself all the way to Oklahoma. So I'm like, all right, I'll go with you. So
she couldn't drive by herself, huh?
Yeah, you can't do that. You can't do stuff like that.
God can. Powerful guy.
I mean, because then if you think about it, we had to stop, we had to pull over, go to the bathroom, and gas stations probably hella late at night.
See, that's why we start all the wars. Because we got the balls to do it.
Whatever. But
so she drove from
yeah,
Washington.
she was like, hey Mary, like I want to ask you something, because what happened, okay, so we all had cars, all my friends had cars when we were up in Washington, and then we're like, fuck it, let's all go to Washington. Alaska, we don't have anything to do, fine, let's do it. My friends that were from SoCal, I drove with them. No, I want to go drop off my car, and then they pick me back up. So we're ready to go to Alaska. And then my only friend that lived in freaking the Midwest, she's like, I don't want to go by myself, and she was younger than me too, and so like I understood, and it was like her first time really like leaving home.
Yeah.
So I went with her. I was like, fuck it, whatever. Like, I've done stuff like this before, and so let's do it. And we drove from Washington all the way to Oklahoma. And then 30 hours.
That's fucking amazing.
I did 15 hours. She did 15 hours. We got
there.
From there, we went to Wichita, Kansas, and then we took a flight to, Alaska? Yeah, it was Alaska. Anchorage. And then we took like a small plane, super small.
See, that's sketchy.
And we landed
shit.
in friggin'
Well, see, that's sketchy as shit.
Yeah.
You lost me at the plane.
Yeah.
I'm staying anchored.
Yeah, and then we get there, and it was just crazy. Like, so many people coming in from all over the world. We met people that
Which is a trip, right? You would figure, I wouldn't think that'd be like a destination.
Right. Well, because you know the Northern Lights and all of that.
Oh, that's true too. That's true.
So
yeah, that's very beautiful out there. That's true.
Like towards August, we get. Well, I don't know how it's changed now due to like climate change. But during August, we would get like an hour of darkness, and then every day I think it was like 20 minutes extra. And then eventually it turns over to like 24 hours in the dark.
So it'd be 24 hours darkness at one time.
Yeah, like during the winter.
See, that's even crazier. So do you know like crime goes up by then? Do you guys hear anything about that?
I don't know about crime, but I know depression.
That is true.
Depression.
That I do see. That's way too dark to be.
I think they're one of the largest.
All the time.
Like them in Washington.
Yeah, or is it Washington or Oregon?
Because it rains a lot.
Yeah, because what is it?
Seattle.
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 I forgot what to call this national thing for climate depression or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Weather depression.
And then I had a friend who's actually from Alaska. She's from Juneau, and suicides is kind of like normal to them a little bit, which was kind of weird.
That's kind of weird, right?
Yeah.
Like just
they're kind of like,
happens. Oh, Jimmy did it again.
It's like, oh, suicide. And it's like, oh my god. But I guess because they see it so often, or it happens so often.
That's kind of sad though, right?
It
That
is.
you could get normalized.
And it's like young kids too, like young people.
Yeah, I was reading there's this trip though. Like speaking of suicide, I was reading. I'm reading a book right now called Tribe by Sebastian Younger. For the ones who want to see it,
I'm like, is that why the population's so low?
I know, right? Everybody's racking themselves and shit. That's why it's like that's why they stay at 1,000.
Yeah.
No, but it trips me out too because, like how the on the book it's kind of, I don't know if they're trying to lead to it, but they're saying that suicide is kind of a now thing of civilization that's already been established kind of thing, because in the book it's saying the Indian tribes didn't have anything for suicide. There was no. The only way a person would kill themselves was because they didn't want to be captured by the enemy, or I believe.
Well, they probably didn't have suicides because they were sacrificing people.
Well, maybe that too. No, but the same. But there was never depression.
Oh, okay.
Like there wasn't a depression. So they're trying to compare it to where, like, from living on the fields and being one with nature to being in the city. During the time of Indians, there was times of the cities, and the city's depression and suicide rate was crazy high. And then the Indians didn't even have like rules or sayings to it. They don't even have what am I looking for with the word? There was no
law.
Yeah, there was nothing to it. They didn't even know what it was technically, because the only way they looked at suicide was because someone was being captured by the enemy and they take their lives. And I believe if they were severely scarred in battle, like if someone like fucked up their face, like to where the family can't even look at them, kind of thing, so they would kill themselves because like kind of like a burden. So that's not even out of like a depression thing.
Right.
So they're kind of saying that because depression is something of a new thing that's kind of coming into the world.
It kind of makes sense because if you think about it, like with the natives, I feel like in that like their community, everyone had a job. Everyone was responsible to do something. Like here, we're out there trying to like find out what the hell we have to do, what we want to do. Like there's this pressure of like, oh, you can do anything in the world, but and then it's like you're stuck, and then some people don't have like
an actual
plan or like a
goal. Like if I were to tell, like I've been telling people too, like if I were to tell you, okay, Mary, you got all the money in the world. I know you have something, but most people, if you were to tell somebody, okay, you have all the money in the world, or better yet, nothing costs you anything now. You don't have to work. Do what you like to do. A lot of people won't know what to do.
I know a lady asked me that one time when I was like, I think I was like 20 years old, and I was working at like this Dollar Tree back in the days, like how long ago?
Shout out Dollar Tree.
Shout out to Dollar Tree. And she asked me because she's like, what are you doing here? Are you going to school? Blah blah blah. No way.
Keeping the lights on.
The lights on.
Oh, seriously.
Shout out Dollar Tree.
Pay my bills and shit.
Dude. Hell yeah. But and she asked me that question. She's like, if you could do anything in the world, but you're not getting paid and you don't need to get paid because you're set, what would you do? And I was like, dang, I would probably be working with kids. And then she's like, then what are you doing here? And I was like, my heart kind of shattered a little bit. But I'm like, it makes sense, I tried it, but I started working as a parent educator, so I did start working with kids, but man, the school systems are so fucked.
Yeah.
And I couldn't do it because I couldn't, like, if I see something wrong, I'm the type of person that will say something.
Yeah, and try to fix it.
Yeah, and I'm like, I can't work here because it's heartbreaking. Like,
yeah, you see the system. Yeah, I know people that are part of it.
Can't do
it. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not the best
the
tool. Yeah, no, it's not. You got to have you kind of got to be cold-hearted.
Yeah.
And it's fucked up because you think that's a system that you would need an open heart to be like, yeah, accept, more of accepting or willing to help, but it's shutting closed. It's kind of crazy how that works. Yeah, it is a trip.
I don't want to get off topic because that's like a whole different. Because you were saying about like. The natives, the community.
Oh no, I'm just saying. Yeah, but I'm just saying that. But that just to finish that topic though, it's just how you figure people. I think people just need to be around that more. I think more of a struggle, more of a how you said that. How in the natives everybody had a job. It is true. Everybody had a reason. Everybody was part of a communal. If you slacked off, they kicked you out. Like pretty much, that's what it was. Your cash. They didn't have any freeloaders. Like they made fun of the freeloaders. They got rid of them. And then here, not saying that everybody's freeloading, but everybody is freeloading because everything is easier to you.
It is.
Right? Like even me, freeloading is being able to get Amazon to your door to drop off this, or getting McDonald's dropped off to your door, or getting this. Not, you don't even have the patience nor the time for the struggle to be stuck in traffic to go get your food. When before we would go out hunting to get your food, and now you know what I mean. And that's like thousands of years of evolution cut off in the last 10? When has technology really blown up? 10 years?
Maybe like 80, late 80s.
But now, like internet technology wise.
I think at least 10 years.
Like 10 years, 15 years. Just put it 15 years,
yeah,
right? Well, because I didn't have technology in the 80s. I didn't have it when I was growing up. I didn't have the access to my phones and Ubers and fucking GPS.
But it was out there.
Like in high school.
Like, the internet was out there.
No, yeah, the internet, but it wasn't so interactive as it is now. Like say when I was in my freshman year.
2009.
Right. Yeah. So like yeah, I would say that. I would say 2008, 7, maybe.
I see 10 years.
Yeah. Right.
Smartphones didn't come out. Smartphones didn't come out till like 2000.
That's what changed the game, right? Smartphone.
Yeah.
That's what changed everything. And then you know
social media.
Which would be in the smartphone though, because MySpace was out.
Yeah.
Right.
That's
MySpace
true.
was social media.
That's true.
And then it died off.
But we couldn't like post stuff like Facebook. I uninstalled my Facebook app because I was on it way too much. I'm like, whoa, I'm wasting my life here. But and it's addicting.
Mm-hmm. And for nothing, right? Because you're
it's
literally,
stupid.
literally doing nothing. You just fucking check through it and you should just see, whoa.
Yeah,
I've seen this image 3 fucking
later.
times. It's fucking up.
Yeah, seriously. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's true though. It's true. It's sad though.
It is.
And you see it and you recognize it as you're doing it. You put down the phone because you're doing it. And then 10 minutes later, it's as if you forgot everything about it, and you pick it up
You're just
again,
like,
and you fucking check it.
what do I do now?
Yeah.
Instagram.
Yeah. You had a red light. Oh, I can't be bored.
I know. It's
I'm
so
gonna
crazy.
check my phone real quick.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, people can't be bored anymore. Huh?
That's why people like that swiping shit, you know?
Oh, dating apps?
Yeah.
Oh, because it's
I think
easy
so,
and
but
shit.
You're just looking at something.
I hate them.
The dating apps? Are you on a dating app?
Yeah, I started on a dating app.
How's that? I'm out of the dating game, so I can't.
I don't like it. And
How's it? I got two.
Preach.
I got two people here, so I got the female
I don't
version and I
like
got the
it.
male version.
I mean, personally, I'm a little old school too, so I think that's probably one of the reasons I'm like super struggling with it. Cause people like they just want shit easy. Like, hey.
What do you mean by people? Men?
Are you getting DM my girls too?
Actually, I'm just kidding.
I would be really surprised.
And couples, which is weird. Well, yeah.
That is not weird. That's
That happened to you too?
Whatever.
no, that was one couple that did happen now.
Yeah?
That was one.
What, got murdered?
Oh. Huh?
Well, what? Oh, I got murdered?
There's a
They
couple-
swiped right on him.
Ooh, try to make you bang one? You didn't accept it?
I mean, they weren't attractive.
Oh,
to be
okay.
honest.
Yeah. That's what. You know what? That's the problem. Most people that are into that, not attractive. Think about it.
You'll find some though.
You just gotta be an attractive person. He's like, you just gotta be an attractive person.
You'll find some.
No, I just fucking. No, you know what? No, I see that because I seen I used to work at a security. I used to work at a security. I used to work security for a hotel.
Uh-huh.
You were an actor and shit.
I was an actor and shit. I was an actor at a hotel. I was playing the role of security. I used to really pretend, do my rounds. No, but at the hotel, I used to work at a hotel, and at that hotel, twice a month they used to rent out the hall they had. One weekend would be for chubby chasers. It would be a party for chubby chasers,
shit.
right?
Uh-huh.
And then the next weekend would be a party for swingers, right? So then the chubby chasers, all white girls and nothing but black dudes.
I knew it.
Yep, nothing but black dudes. Nothing but black dudes.
Chubby chaser.
Shout out to the black people. Yeah, they love it. Black dudes, and you get some skinny ass white dudes. That's what it pretty much, and like skinny Mexicans. Like that's pretty much the.
Trying to even out the family.
Yeah, you know what I mean, that's pretty much what it is. But mainly black dudes and white chicks.
Yeah.
And then, but the swinger party was kind of crazy because they would rent out the whole top floor, or a floor, the whole aisle, and they would leave the doors open, like fucking the whole hallway, doors open, and the people are just going through doors and just fucking, just fucking. And then one time I got a call up there. So I had to go up there and shit, knock on the door, and this one had the door closed. And we knock on the door, fucking girl opens the door, and she has a towel around her. She uses a towel, and I look in the back, and just hella people in towels and shit, dudes back there, fucking girls on the bed and shit. I'm like, God damn, there's a party in here. I got a noise complaint. I heard it wasn't loud enough. Shit, no, but I told him, like, hey, fuck this. I just looked and shit. She's like, oh, my bad, blah, blah. But, I mean, just the swingers shit. Like,
that's crazy.
You do. But it was very attractive people. Like, you see, like, oh, shit. Like, fucking girls is open, just doors everywhere. And it's a lot of people are really into that.
Yeah.
A lot of people.
I probably wouldn't be into it, like, if I was married or something.
If you wouldn't be into it, or you wouldn't
I
be
wouldn't.
into it?
If I was married, I don't think so. I think if, like...
Well, I think that's most people, though, right? I think those are most the couple
I feel
things.
like couple... I mean, I had two couples that liked me or whatever, and they weren't married, so...
Like,
no, because I'm like,
like
awkward a little bit, but they weren't married, but that's just not my thing. Like, if I'm going to do that, I think I have to...
You're the one in control, right? Like
I think I have to pick, It's your, my scene.
Your situation. yeah, that makes
exactly.
sense. But I wonder, but that means, I'm pretty sure they've been lucky to score before, right?
Yeah.
Like
that's why they're on there.
That's why they're on there, just picking.
It works.
Boop, boop.
So you actually got tagged on that? That's a trip.
One time though.
No, but that's a trip though. I never.
Yeah, but I don't like it. They just, I don't know, like, well, at least the guys.
So what is it, impersonal, like too impersonal?
Yeah, and then it's like.
How is it for the girl? Like, is it like the guys like straight up, hey, what's up, like that?
You want to fuck?
Like yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
That would be my go-to. You trying to fuck?
Yeah, pretty much.
As you can tell, on date.
Right. No, and then like even though when sometimes they try to like spark a conversation, but they're like really, it's kind of forced.
But isn't that kind of like, I don't want to say hypocritical.
What do you mean?
But I mean, you're on a dating site to get dick.
Well, I mean,
and
no.
then so they come.
Well, no.
I'm unless
not
you're
like
on eHarmony or some shit.
Right. Well, I mean, I'm not on like on Tinder.
On Tinder. Oh, okay. That's the only one I know. Okay. Don't say where you're at, but just you know what I'm saying. Unless you want it, just shout out to everyone.
Well, I tried that one. I know how.
See my homie over here on Cheespa and shit.
Yeah, I tried that one. Aaron, I think I saw you on there.
I swiped left, bitch.
I was gonna, and they're like, "What the fuck, man?"
I was like, "Hey, I know this girl."
Skip.
But yeah, I deleted that one too because a lot of creeps.
I believe it.
I felt like a lot of uncles, like you know those
creepy.
creeper like Latino uncles.
Lifestyle fools?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I was like, I cannot.
Damn.
I did, but no, they lie.
Sugar daddy, son.
Oh my god.
I bet. Well, sugar daddies are true too, right?
One time, just this one time, I forget what the name of the app, but my friend's like, she's like, dude, she's married to him. No, I'm just kidding. I'm like,
Black.com.
No.
Farmers only. You know, farmers only for white people.
Really?
Yeah, they just can't call it white people only.
I'll have to try it out. Just kidding.
That's what it is, though. But just let you know, it's not for farmers.
No, but yeah, there's like sugar. They're called sugar babies.
Sugar babies.
Like people pay for. Okay, so she's like, "Hey, Mary, like check this out." She sends me the link. And she's like, you should join it. Like, you're just wasting your single life. And I'm like, oh my god, whatever. Right?
Show your tits, do it.
No, she was like sending feet pictures, and I was like, ew, that's
feet picture. I heard that's fucking big.
It's big.
I sent all my feet pics.
It's big, and like, her friend got paid like $1,000 for like.
This is real, bro. This is fucking real. Men are crazy.
And then like they take you out, they fly you out and stuff.
Just to check out your feet, bro. Yeah, literally.
Well, I mean feet, okay, but
and
like
to fuck.
not even like sometimes like you can put like down, down to fuck or not.
Mm.
And then
But they just want basically your company.
companionship.
It's a lot of lonely guys out there.
Your feet are first class.
A lot of rich, lonely guys, yes. And then there's some, dude, oh my God, this is why I'm like, I don't know if I want to get married, because there are a lot of married men on there.
Mm-hmm.
And like...
Ashley.com.
Huh?
Ashley.com.
What is that?
Where you can have an affair.
Really?
For $1 a month.
What the
For
fuck?
$1 a month.
Oh, hell, $1 a month?
For like $1 a month.
Dude, yeah, that was so fucked up. Like, they're like, and then they still have the nerve to say, oh, have children, married. I don't want her to find out or stuff like that. And then I couldn't do that.
People
either.
just like that feeling to get caught.
It's the rush of the forbidden
taboo.
taboo.
That's just weird.
There's a taboo. Forbidden.
Yeah, so then I deleted that one. I was like, this is not for me.
Send me that link though.
It sounds like they're hella down.
Yeah, there's because I even tried, like, I'm like, let's see what the guys version looks like, the sugar mamas and stuff. They're not that cute, but they're paying.
With the girls?
Yeah.
So there's a girl website for that one?
No, so it's the same one. So it's like if you're a female and likes male, then you do your profile.
After the show, send me the link. Yeah.
I'll have to ask my friend because I don't have it anymore. It was a while ago.
Yeah, that's the trip though. Well, isn't it kind of crazy they'd even have that? That's kind of niche, right? Like you could even.
Yeah.
Like there's a specific avenue for that. Like to be, you want to be someone's sugar baby or sugar mama,
like
sugar daddy. That's pretty much what it is, right? But I did hear the feet thing. I heard that that's big. They'll have you fucking like step on eggs and shit. Like it's crazy shit, bro. Like they just to record your feet, bro. I swear to God, bro. That's all it is. Dudes are freaks, bro.
Yeah,
fucking weird.
Seriously.
And half of those, you know what? Those crazy. If they didn't get those pictures, half those guys would probably turn into murderers. So I'm a firm believer. I'm a firm believer.
Boy, I don't know. That's a scary thing.
I'm a firm believer.
You just never know who's a creep, like dating out there.
They said like it can be like your neighbor, or somebody you talk to every day and shit.
What, a murderer?
Or you do the podcast with. No.
Come on.
No, I mean I lie a little bit on there because I don't want to be too open.
Well, yeah,
no
you
pun
want.
intended. I'm just kidding. No, because like shit, you never know.
Yeah, well, you're not gonna give your address and shit. Come on.
Or like my birthday, like I changed that too.
Yeah, your name.
I don't. Yeah. Well, sometimes I leave my.
You put your real name.
Yeah. Well, not my last name. Like I'll just put Mary.
Mm.
It's hella Marys.
Yeah, that's true.
So.
Yeah, that's a trip. I mean, well, yeah, because that goes back to again the whole. The guy-girl thing, right? Because you can meet a guy on the internet, and then you're gonna go meet up with them. That's kind of a different experience than
I'm always
than
late.
on the over. But yeah, right. Well,
because I have to make sure he's there first, and then like.
So you roll by like an hour before and shit. Drop off a gun.
No, like.
Drop off a gun on the side real quick.
Sit at table 10. No. That's a good idea.
Yeah, shit. Put in the gun just in case you got to buzz a quick one. I'm ready.
I'm gonna the waiter.
That's a good idea. I'm taking notes.
Keep something on the side. Shit, that's what I would do if I was a girl. Make sure everything was fucking locked and loaded.
I definitely like no, like before the whole dating app thing. What we used to do like amongst our friends. No, when we would go, like, we would meet someone, back in the days, where do you meet them? In the streets. All crazy. In the streets.
Just random, hey, guy.
And, like, whatever, exchange phone numbers. And,
exchanging phone numbers.
Right? Mm-hmm. You know what I miss? Like, we used to write the number on their hand and stuff. Like, that's so cool.
It's all
I bet doing the wrist, girl, 'cause my hands sweat.
Yeah, like that was fun.
That happened to me recently.
Really? That's cool. Like I'm gonna do that next
What,
time.
they write on your hand and shit?
Someone from New Orleans.
That's cool.
Did you call her?
I remember this.
Did you call her?
That means she didn't want you because she didn't want you to look her up at that time. So yeah, so continue. No.
It was a hate.
She could have just
It's not 8 anymore.
totally DM me, bro.
I know.
It's not 1999, bro. But
That's cool. I like that shit though.
no, yeah, that's like throwback.
Mm-hmm.
But that's going away, right? That's gonna go away with with
I know.
this.
That's why I hate it. And I'm like, I feel like I'm forced to be on the dating app. And I'm like, I'm about to delete this one that I'm on because I'm like tired of it.
The same. I mean, where else do you meet people? Fucking church. What, church and shit.
That's a good one. That's
Hinge.
all like, yeah, I was on there for a little bit. Because like, okay, so before I load the apps, like I really read it because I don't want to join something that's like Tinder because that's not.
What, just
I'm
to fuck?
about.
What, isn't it all just fucking?
No.
I'd be on there just to fuck.
No.
I mean, that's just me.
Well, I mean, I think a girl doesn't really. Well, I don't
Man,
know.
she's out. Man, you know.
I could go to a bar
That's
right
some
now.
bullshit.
and
Yeah,
be
I know,
like-
but you're still on there. I mean,
No, so then like that's what I'm saying. Like I don't use the apps for that.
isn't it kind of hard? Okay, that's what I'm saying. I think
Majority guys.
that would be kind of hard for. I'm saying I'm agreeing with you. That it'll be kind of hard for a girl who's actually looking for something serious.
Yeah, like maybe when I'm 50, then I'll use the apps for that.
Right.
But right now, bro, I could like, let's go right now.
just well, now you could add. I mean,
Hey.
yeah, because what is it? You're walking line at a
Let me
bar.
write
Could be
down my
like,
number on your hand.
yeah, because a girl's walking line at a bar could be like, who wants to fuck?
Yeah.
And then she's getting a line, right? She's
Yeah,
got a line
yeah.
of dudes lined up, and then a guy walks in with that line. They're getting arrested, getting kicked in the nuts.
Oh fuck!
Who wants to fuck? Oh fuck, man, run! Getting kicked in the nuts.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? So I
Yeah.
mean, you do have. There's always that option.
Yeah.
But I think right now the way it is I think the dating app thing I think is too new. That I think that's what it's basically being used for. I mean, because the biggest one is what, Tinder, the Grinder.
Hinge.
It's all the ones that
She's
want
Were
to
you
fuck.
on Hinge?
I was on.
He's on Grinder.
I'm on Hinge. I'm great. Get outta here.
Well, I was different because like when I did that. Well, I think also depending on the area that you're in,
What do you mean?
like the location, your location.
What, if you
But
can find people?
I like some because you could be like straight up like do this one I'm
Trying to
about.
fuck.
That's it.
Yeah, I mean, I like that too. I mean,
Yeah.
even in person, like before when the dating apps were no, for real, honestly, like
So for
dude,
dudes,
I kept that shit so real
Trying to
with
fuck.
people.
Play.
Yeah, and like I said, I was a late bloomer too. So I remember I used to tell like the dudes that I liked, and I wasn't trying to like
Relationship.
right.
Mhm.
I wasn't trying to sleep with them. I would tell them like, hey, if you want to get your dick wet, go ahead, just do that shit on your own time. Don't interfere with mine, and it's good. Bring you my
Yeah.
flowers. Get your dick sucked by somebody else, like
Shit ain't happening over here, player.
Exactly.
Escape.
Exactly.
Keep it
And
moving, player.
That's
Keep
just
it
the
moving.
best thing to do is just keep it open.
We'll keep it honest.
yeah.
Yeah, that's always gonna be your best route.
Yeah,
That's
and
what I
even
have
with
on my
this.
on my profile is just basically that.
He's
Just
on
keep it honest,
DTF.
player.
Not
Fuck.
necessarily
Only.
that.
All the time. Strictly dick.
Yeah, no, and people have told me that straight up too, and I'm like, cool, thanks, I appreciate it, but not here. So
No.
bye.
Well, that's the trip that you guys actually been like just hit up like randomly though, like just
Yeah.
like
it's-
no, that's cool. I mean, shit, at least it works. At least I mean, it's cool. I mean, I see it as a gift and a curse because you see it makes people unsocialized. It's antisocial,
mhm.
but at the same time, it's able to connect people because the world's already antisocial. Like everything around it's already antisocial. So at least you have somewhat of a community there already, a sense of a community, even though it's just fucking spreading herpes and shit. But
AIDS, like shit.
fucking just
I think we
spreading
I think we
shit.
moved on to AIDS now.
You know what I'm saying? So, but it's still bringing people somewhat together. But then it's a gift and a curse. Because
Yeah.
I think what is it the rate of divorce gone up since I think texting was.
I remember when I was like in first grade, like divorce was like frowned upon.
Now it's
I was probably like one. It was probably me and some other girl. We were the only ones that had single parents. Everyone else were married.
No, now it's like a
and we were
fucking
kind of
common
like
thing.
shunned a little bit. Like, oh my god, especially being a Latin, like a Latina.
From a
person,
Latin, yeah,
right?
yeah.
They're like, oh my god, your parents are not together, and it's funny because like a lot of kids would make fun of me that I didn't have two parents and stuff, and like probably 10 years after their parents were divorced. So I'm like,
Because now it turned into more like more acceptable, right? Because now
Yeah.
it turns into what's better for the kids, what's better for
yourself.
yeah. Because before you could even have the abusive dad, and then like the mother getting like beat up, right? So in the Latin family, be like, no, you can't leave. Like even though the
You
mom's
have
getting
kids.
yeah, even though the mom's getting your ass kicked every day,
Right.
right? You can't leave. What's the neighbor gonna think? Like, well, fuck.
Yeah.
Right. So now it turns into like, fuck him. He's not doing nothing. Leave him.
Exactly.
So it's more acceptable. All right, I'm gonna leave.
Yeah.
And then it fucks up because then it turns into a cycle, right? Because now you have a split household and there's kids fucking being it's a tug of war,
Yeah.
and then it kind of turns into a cycle,
ugly.
and yeah, that kind of sucks.
The cool thing about me was there was no tug of war. Because I do like I did see kids that were going through that, and it's like it's so fucked up because it's like you love both parents the same, and like, you know, whoever's the more dominant in the kid and parent relationship is the one that the child kind of like leans towards more, and it does suck because I have like I don't know if I probably shouldn't say the relation, but I know someone that kind of went through that, and at an older age too, and I think that's a little bit more rough too. Like when you go through a separation, like a parent separation, and you're older.
Like teenagers
yeah,
or
teenagers,
okay, yeah,
like,
yeah, because you're fucking already
life,
going
like,
hormones, puberty, go back, and then now
Everything.
you're fucking parenting.
And it's just so messed up because the mom was kind of like talking shit about the dad, and it's like he's a great dad, but he's a horrible husband, you know. And
it's
it's
a
just,
difference.
Yeah, there is a difference, and the mom was kind of like telling the child like, no, your dad's shit because of this and that, because he does this to
doing to me, yeah.
But it's like that has nothing to do
with the kid.
and it just sucked, and I don't think a parent should do that ever.
No, I think that's one of the worst ones. Well, because you get into the child involved, which has nothing to do
exactly.
with. Yeah, definitely. No, I could agree with you there. Definitely. Wingo, any current events you got for me, bro?
You all hear about that driver that sexually assaulted that 13-year-old girl right here in San Jose?
What the fuck?
No.
In the back of,
Sounds right.
Was it Uber, Lyft?
It was.
Which one is this? I don't go on.
It was a family thing that they hired this 74-year-old man, I guess.
A 74-year-old man's raping bitches? I mean,
To do
13-year-old?
what?
God
Huh?
damn.
He hired.
He was just hired by the family, like, to drive their kid back and forth.
Oh shit.
What the fuck?
And I guess he took like a route.
It's a rich
that-
family? I'm assuming, right?
Asian family, I don't know. They probably just do their own thing.
Well, if you're gonna hire a fucking 74-year-old man to drive your kid around,
That's so sad.
They went behind the businesses, and then I guess a security officer had seen it, so he seen it before. Like she was like fighting him off and shit.
goddamn,
Wow.
fucking rapist. See, rape ain't funny.
It's not.
Was she wearing a ponytail?
74.
Oh, I had to do it. I had to do it, guys. I had to do it. I had to do it. I had to do it.
Damn. Good thing I didn't wear a ponytail today.
I don't know
No,
what the
that's
hell.
crazy.
didn't
And a
trust you guys.
74-year-old man?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. How the fuck?
You know, it's crazy because
Got some Viagra in
a
that
few
bitch.
months. Wait, what?
He has a Viagra and that shit.
Who knows? Because like my dad's fucking basically 50, and he had a kid.
50 is still good though.
You think so?
Yeah, 74 and 50 is way different.
I remember when he told me, he's like, "Oh, what happened?" to
74 and 50, way
I'm
different.
trying to look for this picture.
Yeah, that's way different. Oh shit. He look old as fuck.
Oh my gosh, he does look perverted.
He did look a little perverted. Is it you could tell like when some dudes are
Sometimes.
You recognize
yeah.
those back streets though? They're like kind of close by my house.
I was like, isn't this a parking lot?
Ah, fuck.
We're
They
just
found this. You know, right there behind that Albert, not Albert, where Round Table is? Round Table?
oh
Golf
yeah,
course?
I
That
know.
golf course?
Yeah, I know where it's at.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. So,
Okay, so what do you think about this then? So what if you were to make prostitution legal? Right. So this guy right here, the 74-year-old.
Oh, I thought you were going to be like, what? This guy right here, this guy.
This guy right here. This guy right
I'm
here.
sorry.
This guy.
Fucking guy.
Get going and shit.
Okay, I'm on a few dating apps, right?
See, if you was prostitution, you would be on these fucking dating apps, wasting his fucking time, swiping left and right.
But then he'd be
That's true.
wasting his money.
Why? How was wasting his money?
'Cause he
Instead
had
of
to
wasting
pay
his
for
money
them.
on these dates, then they're gonna lead nowhere when he's just trying to fuck.
Well, I don't know.
and then the
man,
girl's like,
'cause
no.
People are kind of easy nowadays.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, I do that. Yes. Right, playboy. Right,
Bro
host
just
slayer.
walks up to him like, here.
And here go play my number.
Here's my address.
I'm like, all right.
Find me on what? I don't know. Chispa. I
Oh,
don't.
you knew it.
Whatever it's called. I don't know. I would say grinder, but I don't want to put you out there. But
On Grindr. At what?
or Tinder.
At.
At Mocos, where Moco Space, where the fuck it's called. There's a bunch of
Moco
that. Yeah,
Space?
I don't know. There's a bunch of shit out there.
Sounds familiar. I thought that was like a
You
why?
on your own enough.
No, I thought it was like what is it? The WhatsApp?
The WhatsApp.
I had to say it in
I think that's just the.
Hispanic accent.
What's the WhatsApp?
WhatsApp.
Yeah, that's what I said. What's the? So what is the WhatsApp?
Oh my god.
Should I
Too
throw that-
funny.
You almost sound like a bicep.
Yeah. So what
I
is?
had to because you know what? Like,
I forgot the name.
dude, hella people
WhatsApp.
out there where I live, like, a lot of people have that.
With the WhatsApp?
Yeah,
That's a
and
bicep
they're like,
thing.
I know. They're like, oh, do you have blah, blah? I'm like, no, what the fuck? All my family's here. Just kidding.
That's true though, man. That's true because my mom was like, "Oh, you got the WhatsApp?"
I
was
love
like,
everyone.
I was like, "Nope, I don't have this." Like, just text it to me.
Yeah, what
Just-
the fuck? Like,
just text it to
Facebook
me.
messaging or something. That's as spicy as I'll go, the messenger.
The messenger.
Facebook messenger.
Yeah. I don't even do the WhatsApp.
Yeah.
They got bought off by Facebook, though, right?
Oh, really? I don't know.
They're owned by
I don't
Facebook.
know. All I know is
But that's just funny. But that is a that's a foreign thing.
yeah.
It is true though. That's hella funny.
What happened with that rape though? How did I get to
Oh,
that?
sorry.
Whoa,
Rape.
what were we talking about, rape?
74-year-old man raped
Oh, okay,
a-
no. So what I was saying about the prostitution part. So we're talking about that. So, so from what I've read, it goes even down to like say like serial killers, right? So most issues come from when the dude goes crazy, whatever the fuck. Is usually the mom whoops his ass, and he can't get laid, right? And that's usually the main causes and shit.
Why you put my shit out there, dog?
his mom is always whooping him, or she's too overbearing, and then he can't get laid when he's going through puberty, when he's going through all those changes that we were talking about.
Yeah.
So if you were to say make prostitution legal, where you don't have to go through all this kind of crazy shit, or get denied by girls, or go through these dating apps and go through all this kind of stuff, and get your rocks off, and go on with your life. Like, do you think that would be better to make it legal? Or do you think the other side would be, where I hear, is that if you make it legal, you're going to make them disrespect women even more? Because now they're going to feel that they have somewhat of a control
prostitution
over.
is not like something to respect.
It's not something new.
But, I mean,
I
I mean,
Because, I mean, I'm not like, oh, you're a prostitute, ew. No, I'm not like that either. but
because
it's
what's
like,
the difference between, do you feel that way about a masseuse?
Or a brothel? Well,
No, but about a masseuse, someone who gives massages, someone who rubs my feet for
like, with the
$80
happy
an
ending,
hour.
or-
If
Where
you're
are we
Indian,
going
it's
with-
good.
If it has
Is
a
she-
happy ending, yes, it's the
is she-
same, but...
No, but a masseuse. Like what's okay, feet fetish, right? Okay, so if you're gonna pay, if I have a foot fetish, right? I get my rocks off of touching feet. I'm a masseuse. You're gonna pay me $100 to touch your feet, and to me.
Well, why would I pay you if you're the...
No, but I'm the masseuse because you're paying me, right?
I don't know
You know,
have
yeah.
a foot
I
fetish.
just have a
Got
foot
it.
fetish, right?
Okay.
I have a foot fetish. I own a business, and you come into my business. You give me $100 to touch your feet for an hour, or whatever the fuck it is, and I get my rocks off, right, or whatever, right? But what's the difference? I get more pleasure from that than to get my dick sucked, right? So what is the difference from that, from getting my dick sucked and then getting, paying the girl to do
you're a
that?
transformer.
I mean, yeah, I guess...
I mean, what I'm saying
Putting
is
it
pleasure
that
is pleasure,
way, I'm like,
kind of thing,
okay.
like pleasure, and that, but that's niche, right?
But then also, I think it depends, like, how I'm getting my feet rubbed, because there's like there's like an appropriate touch. And no, there is. No, there is, because it's like,
So there's a sexual way to get your feet rubbed. Is that thing about?
I think that came out
He's
right.
looking the other way. Oh, yeah, I'm fucking around with things.
See, if you made eye contact during the moment.
I mean, if you lick my feet, then I'd be like, whoa.
Hey, if I turn around and my foot's in your mouth, what the fuck?
Where are we going? Where are we going?
Oh, are we flirting? Or
Oh my god.
Is this checking base? Is this checking base?
Now you're like, you had an ingrown nail.
Got a little fungus.
I'm gonna suck it off real quick. I'm gonna suck this
Oh my god.
toe fungus off.
Suck that fungus. Suck it.
Right? So you get someone who gets pleasure from that. So when I'm saying pleasure is pleasure.
Yeah.
So why can't you, right? And then you can make it where the girls got fucking union. These hoes on the street got a union. They get checked. They get this. They get this. They get that. Right? They get, and now you don't have, I think, more of rapes of this. I mean, you're always gonna have a rapist because
Do you think so? Because I feel like a lot of
think so.
people, well, not a lot of people,
Maybe
but
some that can't afford it.
well, okay. That's
Well, you're always gonna have a cheap hooker. You're always gonna have
$2 hoe.
supply and demand. It's supply and demand, right? You're always gonna have the underworker, the one that doesn't want to do the
Yeah.
job, but they're willing to take $10
Quality, you know. Are you top shelf?
to suck you off real quick, right? You go down. Everyone knows you go down Southside Drive on Monterey Road, right next to La Canasta.
I know, right? First Street.
Right next to La Canasta. You ask for Becky.
Hey, so it's already legalized in Alabama, right?
What?
It's homegrown.
Hookers? Hookers?
It's homegrown there.
Hookers. But I think it'll make a difference on it. I personally think it'll make a difference in it. I think it'll be
I think so.
I think it might have a slight.
and on marriage too. Make a lot of people not get married.
That's not good. That's good for you guys, not for us.
Nah, I don't mind getting married. But a lot of dudes get married because or even the power of that, right? Because the power of withholding pussy, getting laid, or it's always a certain.
But that goes down. Remember when you get married?
That's what I'm saying. So now the wife's probably gonna want to give out more pussy because he could go out and get a hooker for $10 legally.
Well, she can too.
Yeah, yeah. If it goes vice versa, right? Now you could go get laid by fucking Mr. John Don over there.
I wouldn't want to though.
What about?
I mean, I think it depends on the
what if it
person.
was a sex robot?
No, that's gross.
What if it was a robot that looked like The Rock? I don't know who you like, but I'm just figuring, I just figured it's Jack dude. I just figured
Kevin Hart? I don't know.
Kevin Hart or fucking Danny DeVito.
You call Kevin
Why you guys keep throwing me these old men? What the fuck?
I don't know any young guys.
I know, right?
Who's young?
Chris
No,
Brown.
Holy shit.
I don't
Oh,
know.
he's weird. He looks like a
Justin
tiger.
Bieber. Just throw Justin Bieber in there. He's young.
I think he's like 21, right? So that's kind of again like that.
Too young?
pedo-
No, he's like 30.
I just
He
feel
has
like-
mono, so he knows how to kiss.
Oh my god. That's
Yeah, he has mono, so.
no. No means no. I'm just kidding. Yeah, I don't know. Not for. I think.
I think that's what it's gonna be.
not-
Girls are gonna be getting fucking ran by
I
sex
think
robots.
That's what makes the game changer right now, bro.
Sex robots.
Girls taking over by Instagram, and that shit's gonna be taken over by legalization of hookers.
I don't know. I'm like thinking. I'm like, dang. Well, it's up to you guys because you guys have to make sure you please the woman
What do you mean?
sexually, or else they are gonna turn to robots.
See, but I think they're both gonna do it, right? Because then the guys could be like,
Like, fuck that.
yeah, right? No, because the guys would be like, man, look, man, I go get my dick sucked by this robot, and then she's not gonna tell me something. Do you love me or do this? Did I go do this? Right? The guys gonna be like, well, you're not fucking nagging here. That's what the guys gonna think. You turn it off.
Where's the off button?
So that's what girls kind of think, like, oh, you're just gonna fucking what is it, like, disrespect women kind of more. You're gonna downgrade women because the robot is gonna be
Or
like
upgrade.
switch or upgrade because the guy's gonna be like, man, I could get the same exact shit from my sex robot and then just turn it off whenever. And I'm talking about like 10 years from now because right now the robots are like, you could tell they're robots, but when they come out like Ex Machina and shit.
Dang.
right?
You guys are making me think here.
But now it turns into the guy thing too, right? So a girl could get a robot who fucking whatever the way you want it, perfectly the way you want it, and it listens and it listens to your emotions and it fucking whatever, I don't know, whatever girls want and shit, right? And then now it does that and it fucks the shit out of you. Right? It's like,
Interesting.
Something like that, huh?
and it has off button.
I'm like, can I invest in this? I'm just kidding.
So where's these robots you're talking about?
Let me throw a couple of.
There's quite a few in Tokyo.
Yeah, Tokyo.
Really? What do they look like?
The Asians are the ones that
Let me
get
see what
down.
they look like.
I don't know if they have
And then I'll
dudes.
tell
I
you.
don't think they have. You know what's kind of sad though? What I did find sad when this originally started, because I heard about this I think like 2012 or when I started first hearing it. When it first started off, it was for pedophiles.
Oh my God.
They would make the
Oh
dolls.
my
Yeah, they would make
God.
child dolls and shit, so that the pedophiles wouldn't. It goes into the prostitution and stuff, right? So the reason why they did it was for the pedophiles would have a release valve. So then they had these dolls that looked like children, but wouldn't. So they would take their action out on that and not implement it into the real world.
And you don't think they would have eventually like? Get
I
tired?
personally think they, yeah, I
And
think
then
it would.
actually
I
want
think
the
see,
real
but then, so
thing?
that's the argument to what
It's like tofu and real meat, you know?
it's just not the same. It's just not the
It's
same.
not the same.
See, but that's the argument of would it be the sex robot for the men to the women? Would it be that you're gonna make it worse eventually?
These are brothels in Japan.
Yeah, they already have brothels and shit.
So that in search of wanting bisexual threesomes.
Look at that. She's already ready.
Wait, is she real or fake?
She's fake.
Fake.
Oh damn, she looks real.
Nah, she fake as fuck.
And that's what they do, huh?
See, that's a real bed.
But she's real. Come on.
Nah, see, they haven't got the eyes down yet.
Really?
See, Mary's in. Mary's about to fuck one of these.
Fuck.
Fuck one of these robots.
Named Tyrone.
Tyrone.
Oh god.
Tyrone Bigums.
That's crazy.
Yeah, see, so that's where the world's going.
Sex robots. Proof?
So maybe
Take it
population will go down.
Is that Mary proof? Sex robots?
And then there goes people. Population goes down.
Well, aren't they saying that we're already like the young people or like
Stop having kids
they're not having enough kids
Yeah.
for
to be able to generate the next
To run, like,
civilization,
the-
whatever the fuck.
yeah.
For Social Security?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right.
Yeah,
That's,
just
that's
like,
what it is.
just like oh, you think so?
They
Yeah,
don't know.
probably.
That's probably what it is.
Probably.
We need more people.
I know, but it kind of makes sense because I don't know a lot of people my age that have kids
Well, because people are starting to get wealthier.
or smarter.
Both. Well, it's both because they
Like,
say the
fuck
poor
that,
people,
kids are hell expensive.
the poor people. That's pretty much all they have to look forward to, right?
Oh, having kids.
The having kids, because you at one point you kind of think that one of them is eventually going to get you out of your hole,
Yeah, that's so sad.
It is,
like all
it
that
is.
pressure.
and
I feel
then
like damn.
and then the richer people, they don't have enough time nor they want to spend their wealth on that, so they keep themselves occupied with jobs and whatever it is that's keeping them successful.
Mm-hmm.
And then vice versa for them. And then when you're poor, all you're doing is home fucking and Netflixing.
Honey, I'm home.
Let's fuck.
Facts.
What else you got for me, dog?
So have you heard about
Damn.
this other sex doll that
I see you're horny, brother.
this is another local news. I guess there's a mobile home park. They received
Oh, I seen that.
eviction warning.
Yeah, about 2022, right, or some shit like
Yeah.
that. Yeah, I seen that. Yeah, it's
So
fucked up.
Like 700 homes are being evicted by 2022.
Yeah, here in San Jose. So
Shit.
there's a mobile home park
Where is it? At?
on First Street, I believe.
I'm not sure.
West Winds Mobile.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I knew it. Okay, it said, yeah, so apparently the mobile home park, they were given an eviction notice. So that land is owned by a different set of people. And then the people told, the actual landowners told the the fucking mobile home park people that you have to tell your residents that we want the land by 2022 with no residents on it. because I think they're gonna sell. Most likely, they're gonna sell it to a company.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's what it's gonna
Make more
happen.
homes.
So now everybody's like, "Where the fuck we're gonna go?" So a lot of them, again, a lot of those people are moving out of the state for the same reason
Yeah.
because they can't. After that, they can't afford anything.
Yeah,
There's
lady
a
on there,
lot
she's
of
gonna retire in
people.
like 2 years and she don't know where to go.
Yeah.
Damn, it's so sad. Like, well, where I work, I'm trying not to say where I work. No, like, with those fires that happened.
The last year's.
Oh my god, yeah, 2019, yeah.
The Paradise ones. Yeah.
Yes. A lot of people don't have homes, and then some people, they're like old, and they're like, yeah, I mean, I'm pretty well off, but if I had to rebuild and everything, like, you know, I still have my whole retirement.
You still I still live my life and shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So a lot of people are moving. Like, a lot of people moved actually, and that time frame, like, we were changing addresses like crazy. But it's sad, and then with this also happening.
Yeah, I mean, people are gonna. And it sucks because it's only here. I mean, it's good and it's good and it's bad. The whole gentrification, I don't see it like as a bad thing. Like if you bring, I mean, you're bringing economy into a certain thing. You're taking, in some places, the ghetto out of the ghetto. To be honest with you, I mean.
But I feel like they're just putting it somewhere else. Because where the hell are they gonna go?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
You know?
But the hopes is that some people, because some people don't like it
Where
though.
are we gonna go?
I know where they going. Where? But some people deny it though. Like they'll be like, "Fuck that, we want to keep it this way." But it's like, what way are you keeping, or
Yeah.
which there is no. Sometimes change is good, and then change like that. That's fucked up, because
That is.
you know.
They're forced.
Because they're literally gonna get forced to move out.
They're not even raising the rent. They're like, you have to leave.
For real.
Yeah.
How would you do that though? Like, you just gotta find a different place for those. That's all. Like whoever's moving now, keep that same how much they're paying there. Just move it somewhere else. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you would have to get the land to move it somewhere else.
Dude, there's a bunch of places around here.
But I think also, like, depending where you go, like, minimum wage changes, like, everything changes.
Yeah, but like how that whole like lot where all those people live, like I'm pretty sure there's somewhere around here they can find a place.
But it would depend, like, well.
But to move their mobile home?
Well, you can move.
Hard.
So you can move everything, right? So all land is owned by the state, by the city, whatever, right? So if you just pick up and move somewhere, so you say just pick up and move anywhere.
Somewhere where they can.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So like.
Well, they can afford it, but it's near here.
Yeah, but that's the difficult part, right? So because wherever you land somewhere, their city or whatever it is, they're gonna charge you for that. Or if you could say, I'm gonna pick in the middle of nowhere, right? Like fucking pick up here, leave off. But then you go into, okay, does it have running water? Does it have this? Are you on the grid? Are you electricity? No. Okay, well you have to have running water. You have to be on electricity. You have to be on the grid. You have to do this. So the city itself, the regulations, that's what sucks. I agree with you. What sucks is the regulations make you can't do that. Like they can't just pick up and I'm gonna go over here. Like you know when you get solar panels and shit like that, the city makes it really hard for you to do that. Like really, they make you go through fucking loops and crazy
right?
shit just to get you off of the grid. Like because they don't want you off the grid. They don't. They need you. So they try to do everything in their power.
I know, like, you can't even collect water.
Yeah.
Like rainwater.
Yeah, no, you really can't.
Crazy.
Yeah, because it's owned. Because water's fucking owned or like, come on now. It's owned by like Nestle or some shit. It is.
That shit's
Like it's fucking nuts.
crazy.
It's nuts. You got anything else for me, bruh?
Um,
Let's do one more. Yeah, but that's it. It trips me out how it is. I think even the Nestle guy did say that though. The owner of Nestle, whatever, or where the fuck, the CEO.
Yeah.
I was watching a documentary where he did say something like that, like that it should, that he believes it shouldn't be, or that it's not like an everybody thing, like
To collect water?
yeah, like water is not like for everyone, like it should be.
Clearly. Because, what's that one state where they have dirty water still?
Detroit,
Yeah.
what's that?
Michigan,
Michigan, Flint, Michigan.
Flint, Michigan,
Michigan, yeah, that's...
yeah.
Like, it's so crazy because, like, sometimes, like, when people are like, oh my god, poor whatever third world country, right? But it's like, dude, there's so many things happening within
Down
your
the street.
own, right?
Yeah.
Like in your backyard. Like, come on, let's fix us first before we try to fix the outside world.
Speaking of that, what I just learned, I don't know if you've seen that. This fool probably knows about it. Because I've been saying like how in Mexico, right? You know, the whole narcos. That's a really long thing, though, right? I've been wanting to say that the U.S. should get involved and blah blah, right? Because it's terrorism.
They should or shouldn't?
They should. Me personally, I believe they should get involved. I do believe that. If you're not gonna, it's not so black and white, but for the sake of time, I guess you would say that, because you would have to make rules here to cut down the supply and demand, right? We're the number one consumer of all the drugs and everything they're bringing from Mexico over here, right?
I mean, I think they're already involved.
What do you mean? No, what I'm saying, well, if you know it by face value, right? If you're just looking at it by what the news gives you and everything, right? No conspiracy theories, no nothing into it. Because otherwise, then the U.S. is giving them guns, the U.S. is paying the drugs, then all that stuff, right? But if you're looking at it for face value, the cartels are terrorists, right? Me personally, me knowing people who live there, who live around next to them, who can't, they do affect political views. They do. The definition of a terrorist is constructing terror in effort to change political or economical gain. I think, or no, religious gain or something like that, right? So they're with their money, they influence government, right? They pay off politicians. They do this, they do that. So you're already one checklist, right?
Yeah.
And most of the stuff they're doing, this is my opinion. Most of the stuff they're doing is under one God, La Santa Muerte. So you could say that's already the religious aspect of it, right? So okay, so you got two of them already right there. So therefore, you're a terrorist. You're causing fear within the people within the community. People don't like it within. I have family members who can't go outside after 10 p.m. because they know that's when the cartel's out. To me, that's a terrorist. That's no difference from ISIS coming over and telling you that you can't be gay. Right. So what I think is going to change that is that I didn't know, but in Sonora, Mexico, I guess is the biggest lithium, mineable lithium mines. So lithium, I don't know if lithium is for batteries. So this is kind of crazy. So lithium is for cell phones, toda la batería. So anything with battery. So they just found out that, or is the biggest mineable lithium in the world.
Damn.
Right? And then so I kind of thought about, kind of coincidence too, that Trump is over here too. Okay, now they're terrorists. So to me, it kind of linked up, kind of like, oh, they probably found out the whole lithium shit. So don't be surprised within the next couple of years that they're going to end up going into Mexico to protect the lithium. Because that lithium is important. That's what you need for your cell phones. That's what you need.
Shit.
You know what I mean? So that's going to be the next oil, the next Iraq.
Because aren't they like
Mexico.
number one?
What?
USA or whatever?
For what?
Like oil and all that now?
For us, yeah. Well, because we do fracking here now. Yeah. But I'm saying, to protect an asset, the U.S. now has an actual, like, something even bigger. Because we still take shit from Mexico.
How did
right?
they find out?
That
you snitches.
No, I don't know. Well, the cartel members said they were supposed to give that to China. They were supposed to give that mine to China, but when something happened, I think when the shooting with the Mormons, and then when Trump said that they're gonna attack, or they're gonna name them terrorists, there's a whole deal that happened, and basically pretty much the cartel said that China's not gonna have it, that we're gonna keep down the mines here. So then, eventually that's gonna be, well, then the U.S. is like, well, fuck you guys, we're gonna come take all you guys' shit.
That's gonna be crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I always thought, like, because there's so many Latinos, especially in California, well, all the states by the border,
everywhere.
Like, how would it impact us? Because a lot of us still have family in Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if we ever go to war with Mexico.
I don't think we'll go to war with them, though.
I don't think so. Well,
I don't think
it's
it wouldn't be like that. It wouldn't be a war on terror. Would be more they're going to go for because there's a lot of Mexicans here they don't like.
Yeah.
That whole aspect, or even there would be people. I honestly think it would encourage people to go against them when they're there. unless they start doing bombing fucking streets and shit like they do in Afghanistan.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's what creates. Well, fuck the United States, and you killed my parent, and they weren't even cartel members, and so now I hate you guys.
True.
Right? So that's what kind of creates that hate. But you're so close. I don't think they can't. We're so close to each other that they can't just go over there, bomb the shit out of a city, just bomb the carpet bomb.
Imagine though.
Yeah, they can't. But they wouldn't be able because there is so
Doesn't
many
make sense.
connections here, right? There's so many Mexican roots here that if they go and bomb a city, fuck, you just killed my cousin. I'm paying taxes. Like,
That's
but if
true.
you go to Afghanistan, it's kind of not the same. It doesn't.
Yeah.
It doesn't ring the same bell. Because here,
sad.
the United States, Mexicans are the majority now and shit. So that, you know,
If we would be smarter, we'd run the world.
we're all dying, man.
We're all dying.
All right, Mary. Well, shit.
Thanks.
It was good having you on.
Thanks for having
Let
me.
the
Oh, I
people.
got a question for you.
Oh yeah,
What's
there you go,
We
there
like
you
to have fun here.
Oh, okay.
go. We like to have fun here. This is the new one here.
Would you rather be on the Titanic or a Jew in 1942?
There's a wait.
Shit. Titanic.
And why?
Why?
A Jew.
Well,
I like to be a Jew.
really?
Cause you might have a chance to get away.
Well, so did
Really?
Titanic, right? Titanic people got away.
Some of them. And
Exactly.
wait, am
What's
I
the
rich?
ratio?
Am I rich Titanic or am I poor Titanic?
She
True.
says you're on the Titanic, bro. I don't think you died.
Well, because if you're rich, you get off the boat first.
Some of them did.
Yeah, but for them, how rich am I?
I don't know.
I think Titanic, because I think I probably
Probably
did some
Titanic.
effed up stuff to survive.
They said in that movie Titanic, the duration
I
of
probably did some fucked up shit.
So fucked up shit to
the duration
survive.
of the whole movie. You know how many rapes that were happening on Titanic?
Really?
Oh,
Yeah.
probably though.
But yeah, I wouldn't doubt it.
Were they alive or dead?
Well, raping both.
That's
They
disgusting.
were all dead though. But like
Get.
the whole,
But
so
why?
the beginning of that Titanic movie,
Okay, sorry, go
the
ahead.
end
rape.
of that movie, that's how long it took for it to sink. So as soon as it hit the movie, as soon as the movie started, that's when it hit, and when the movie was finished, that's when it sank.
Well,
That whole
actually, and
time,
then.
it was like stuck in the middle of the sea, not knowing what the fuck.
You
to
mean
do.
2 hours?
In those movies, in that whole movie, how it played out
Hmm.
in real life, that Titanic, that's how long it took to sink.
Yeah, it was it 3 hours, right?
Well, I would definitely
3-hour movie.
rather be in Titanic because I'm a girl, and women and children went out
point.
first. So
Rich women and children.
Well, whatever. You know.
See, if you were one of them Irish women,
Well, I'm
you're
not.
fucked.
Just kidding.
You
I
were-
would hope. Well, I don't know. Who
You've
knows?
been fucked.
Yeah.
Would you let Jack on that Thor?
I mean, I think I probably would, but if it starts sinking, then
Get off, player.
oh my God.
See,
Give
I
me-
think
give
she
me all
was
your
so
clothes.
annoying. He said, "Late."
know,
I'm just
right?
gonna jump off this boat.
I know. I'm rich, you're poor. I can't go back with you. Yeah.
All right, man. Well, let everybody know where they can get you at, where they follow you, if you want them to follow you.
No, please don't. Just kidding.
You heard it.
What dating app,
You
bro?
fucking creeps.
Yeah,
You
right.
fucking creeps.
Please don't be creeps.
Put your dating apps.
Which one? I was on Chispa, but not anymore. And then I was on Hinge, but not anymore. I'm on Clover, but I'm about to delete that. So
There's so many dating apps. Fuck, come on. I thought she was
There
making up half of those names.
no,
Nah,
no.
bro.
Just good luck in life and have a good one.
All right. Well, thank you for coming
No
on.
problem. Thanks.
Thank you very much,
Thank you.
Thank you, beautiful fucks.